Yarra Ranges learnt a lot going through Black Saturday. We learnt that not to assume that the disaster or the plans that we put in place are going to be able to deal with the size of an event. So we've really thought about how we best prepare not only council but the communities for big major events. Yarra Ranges has been working with a whole range of local governments on the back of disasters and on the back of our own experience from 2009. And what we've identified, there's probably some critical things that local governments can implement on day one of an incident. There's probably 5 key areas that we're seeing right at this point in time where local government can invest and put systems in place within the first minute, the first hour and the first day to kick off recovery for the long term. Probably the critical one is getting the structure of the organisation right. So having an understanding of what does the structure need to look like for a big event and understanding that you need to maintain your business continuity as well as deal with your disaster. So having a strategic recovery manager in place would be an example, and that can't be a coordinator. It really needs to be one of your directors or general managers that needs to step up to the plate and just take on recovery for the long term. On the back of that is understanding that a whole lot of data and information is going to come in from impacted communities, and how you record and manage that data and actually provide that information back out to the sector is going to be a critical role for local government. Related to that is then communications and how we communicate to the state but then also to communities, and we need to have a system in place that actually delivers that regularly, twice a day for the period of the event and then the weeks and months post that. The fourth is around having a venue and a facility to actually run and coordinate your recovery. Realistically, for a big event, you're going to have to coordinate people in a facility and have everybody coming in to meet and discuss how you're going to manage recovery for the long term. The other one, it is critical, and it's on the back of Rob Gordon's teachings to all of us around how we deal with recovery, but it is in relation to making sure we get people and community development people into the impacted zone within the 36 hour time frame, and that is critical for helping those communities recover effectively, and that we're not seen as someone coming in as an agency or an outsider coming in and breaking down the walls. So we can get people into those impacted zones and they're there for the long term. What we will see is better communication into those impacted areas, less problems, but then also being able to help and support a community from the inside rather than being on the outside.